Well, it was ice overnight into early this morning as expected in southwestern Minnesota and back into South Dakota. Now a wintry mix of sleet, rain, and snow spreads across Minnesota today into tonight. The North Shore gets a lot of snow over the next couple of days, but we get our turn finally of more accumulation by later in the week. So we've got all sorts of colors on the map. Winter storm warnings across central and northeastern Minnesota. This is where we expect to see over a half foot of snow over the coming couple of days. The ice storm warning expires here now, so that's good news there. That was for the early morning hours. Winter weather advisories, though, across the Twin Cities, where we'll see less snow, but kind of a mix of stuff. And now we've got a blizzard warning along the North Shore, where we're going to see the combination of wind, but also very heavy snow. We're going to be measuring the snow in feet along the North Shore here by the end of the week. So these are all the ice reports from earlier from Marshall, Slayton, Worthington, Pipestone, Laverne, all picking up anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to as much as a ½ inch of ice reported in some places. And this is from Bring Me the News' own Chris sending this photo in, Chris Chad, ice covering the car. Of course, that's never fun to scrape off, but even worse to have to drive through. Snow is always better. But luckily that ice, a lot of it melting on some of the made surfaces. But this is the setup. This is how you get that to happen, all these types of precip. So this is looking at temperatures at 4,000 feet up. Always around an area of low pressure, a storm system, air circulates counterclockwise. So that means on the warm side, you got warm air moving in from the south up and over our lingering colder air. And the bigger that layer of warmth, the more the snow melts into it, becomes liquid or melted snow and then refreezes. That's how you get sleet. But if the layer's deep enough, it becomes totally liquid and then cools again below freezing, what we call supercooled, and becomes freezing rain. So this afternoon, we've got a layer of sub-freezing air, and then that snow falls into air that'll be about 37 degrees, 4,000 feet up, but then head back into a layer just above the surface that'll be below freezing. So you get partially melted snow that then refreezes. That's what sleet is. And we're going to have that this afternoon into the evening hours. So our accumulations are going to be a sleet-snow combo, and then most of it lifts north overnight tonight into tomorrow. So during the day tomorrow, it's going to be all snow along the North Shore and not much going on here until maybe the evening. We'll see some rain, snow showers again, but these are all spokes of moisture pinwheeling around that low. And we got to break up all the snow totals here basically into 12 or 24-hour periods. So tonight into tomorrow morning, maybe 1 to 3 inches in the Twin Cities. That's a sleet snow combo. If you're in the southern suburbs, less. Northern suburbs, closer to those 2 or 3 inch amounts. And then several inches in central Minnesota. And then during the day tomorrow, now this is just 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., lots of snow piling up along the North Shore. We're talking 6 to 12 inches. And then as we head into Wednesday night, Thursday, we'll start to see some snow wrap back around. Notice the snow still accumulating along the North Shore. Maybe a coating to an inch of snow here. But it looks like Thursday, that's when we'll start to see the snow really start to accumulate here again in southern Minnesota as all of that wraps around the low. Now the question with the Thursday, Friday snow, how much moisture is left in the storm system by that point? Will there be enough for it to add up? It looks like if we add up even an inch or two of snow every 12 hours, we're still going to get to several inches here by the time it all wraps up on Saturday. So Thursday, we're going to start to see that snowfall spread across the state again. So 1 to 3 inches of snow during the day, still piling up along the North Shore, still Thursday night, still an inch or so Thursday night. We're going to continue to see more snow showers on Friday into Friday night, and even finally winding down to Saturday. Now these amounts get lighter and lighter, you notice. Now the thing that could change all this is if the system runs out of moisture earlier on. The models tend to spread the moisture out, so we'll have to see if we can keep it persisting into Friday night. Notice the accumulation is getting lighter. As we head into Saturday, we're probably talking about an additional dusting only with the bulk of the snowfall wrapping up. So when we add it all up, today into Saturday, multi-day totals, you get over 2 feet of snow along the North Shore and a pretty wide swath from St. Cloud, Brainerd, and Bemidji of 10 to 12 inches of snow, multi-day totals, and then less as you go south. But because we'll see several days of snow here too, we're still talking maybe 4 to 6 inches of snow in the Twin Cities by the time it wraps up. And then much colder air comes in behind it. Our first sub-zero readings of the season. This is Monday night, early Tuesday morning in the Twin Cities. So mild right up until really the tail end of the storm system. We're going to see above freezing highs through Thursday and then cooling off here Friday into Saturday, especially by Sunday, Monday, that cold, dry air shutting off the snow finally. But it is going to be pretty cold and it looks to stick around into much of next week.